Hey dudes, I entered my first game jam the other day. It was this Fireside Jam 2025, and the theme was hunt. It was a hunt theme. So I've never done a game jam before. I've always been too nervous or intimidated. I decided I'll challenge myself and just try and get a complete game done. Since I haven't done that before, I've only made prototypes and never really a finished game. And yeah, I made the deadline. I was rushing to get it done. I started late, so I made the game in I think 7 days, and I think there were 10 days to make a game. So I did start late, and I haven't used GDevelop in months. At first I was going to use Easy FPS Editor because I noticed no one else was going to use this engine. So I thought that would be pretty cool. Here's how far I got with my game. So I got about this far and then decided it would take too much time actually, since I still have a lot to learn in this engine, and that GDevelop would actually be a bit easier, or quicker at least. I'll show you how the game looks now. You play as this little dude. It's called a Plunderful Life. And then you hunt for treasures, and then you go and fight this pirate and steal his treasure to win the game. It's very simple. Here's my main scene I started with. So you spawn in down here, and then enemies will spawn from these little boxes. And you have 5 health points, and you have a little bow and arrow that you can shoot at the enemies. So you collect 10 treasures that are spawned in randomly, and then after you collect those treasures, this gate will open down here, and you can go through to the next scene, which is called boss scene, which is much smaller. And I have trees and boxes and exploding barrels, and then the treasures and stuff that spawn in randomly. So it's different placements each time. Thought that was pretty cool. Since I haven't used GDevelop in months, I was quite rusty getting back into it, but it was actually quite a lot of fun. I think I'll be making more stuff in GDevelop from now on. I'll be jumping from GDevelop and Easy FPS Editor for now. So all my code is all my events are very messy, very unorganized, as you can see. On the last day, I threw together this main menu quickly, and a credit scene, and I threw this picture together in Canva real quickly. I was gonna call the game Shiver Me Treasures at first, but then went with a Plunderful Life. These are 3D models from Sketchfab, and then I just turned them into images and then placed them here. You might have seen in my previous videos for making 2D sprites from 3D models. I use this website here. So you load in the 3D model, and then you can take screenshots of it, and then you'll get these. Pretty useful. And I was told about this useful tool. You can go and download this for free on the itch.io page. I'll leave the link in description. It's a sprite building program, so you can load in 3D models in GLB format, and then you can choose an output here, and you can choose how many frames it'll be, and it'll make the sprites for you. So you don't have to do it manually. It saves a lot of time. I'll show you quickly. So here's some of the 3D models I used for my game. I'll just use this parrot for now. So you download off Sketchfab in GLB format, and then you can choose the position. So my game is in top-down view, so I just downloaded the models and then just made all the models in top-down view. And then you can choose what resolution you'd like. I put all of mine in 128, and then render steps. Choose an output folder, and you can export the sequence. You can choose from the animations here, and it does it for you. Very nice and easy and quick. So thank you to Buckbeak and Ceylon Blocks for making this program and for making it free. And once you export it, it'll come out like this. And there you go. There you have your sprites with your animations. And I did the same thing for rat, scorpion, spider. These are the enemies that you'll face in my game. So yeah, nice and quick and easy. Was perfect for the game jam since I was on a tight time limit. But yeah, enough about that. Here's my game. I made it in 7 days in GDevelop, and it's pretty crappy. So let me show you how it looks. Cool, so we're here on the main page now for the Fireside Jam. There's 5 days left of rating the games, and there's 84 entries. So I'll be spending the rest of this week playing and rating games. But yeah, let me show you my game first. Rated by 9 people so far, thank you. Got some comments. Seems like this game is apparently a bit unforgiving, and poor Petoni couldn't beat the final boss. Yeah, I probably should have made it a little bit easier. Someone mentioned adding like a health pickup. That would have been a good idea, but I was really running out of time, so I just had to finish the game. So it is quite difficult, I guess. I only let one person play test it, and that was my wife, and she said it was very difficult too. I don't think I'll finish this game or work on it anymore. It was just to get something done for the jam, but if I do work on it some more, I'll make it easier. Let's play. And yeah, I didn't have time. I was like, the last thing I did in the last hour or half an hour was find sound effects and music, and I was rushing to get it done. So There's no main menu music, but we do have credits. Check it out. Thought this was pretty cool. And I learned how to do these credits from this person here. I watched this video, Rolling Credit Scene, using GDevelop by Grey Frog Games. It was really helpful. I've never done a credit screen before, so thank you, Grey Frog. So yeah, I got credits, and let's play the game. It's really not great. There's the music. I only have sound effects for the bow, the barrels, and when the enemies get hit. So you just use the mouse to aim, and then walk around with the keys. The rat goes squeak. The barrels go crunch. The exploding barrels go like that. And that's about all the sounds I have. Just the enemy getting hurt, things crunching, barrels exploding, and then this music in the background. So yeah, the main idea is just to go around and find 10 treasures, which are pretty hard to find sometimes. Sometimes they go under the trees, which is not helpful. I like crunching the barrels. It's fun. And the exploding barrels are fun. Cool, so I've almost got all the treasures. I hope there's nothing under the trees. You can see the frame rate's a bit shitty. I probably needed to optimize performance somehow. I don't know how, but... Okay, cool, I got my 10 treasures. Now I can go south. And again, all these models, the rats, me, the trees, the barrels and stuff, were 3D Sketchfab models that I just turned into sprites using that program. And then I went and animated the breaking animations for the barrels and stuff. Cool, so then you go and fight the pirate and his parrot over here. He goes, the parrot makes a funny sound, and the pirate's grunt sounds very delayed. Get out the way, parrot. Get out the way, parrot, I'm trying to... Okay, never mind. So the key is just to get them behind the barrels. Get them to explode. It does a lot of damage. Sometimes they get stuck behind trees. But yeah, the pirate's grunt sounds very delayed, but I did not have time to fix that, so I just left it. Oh, I'm gonna die. See, I can see that the game is a bit difficult, but you just gotta keep moving and shooting. There you go. Then when he dies, the enemies will stop spawning in. Then you can grab his key and steal his booty. Then you go to the chest, open it, and then you win. And you can still move around and shoot and stuff. Yeah, I was really low on time, so I just had to get an end goal, which is open the chest, get the treasure, and then you win. Then you can retry from the beginning, or you can quit out the main menu, and that's it. That's my game for the game jam. It's really not great, but I just wanted to challenge myself and get a game finished in that time limit. So I officially have my first game on itch. I'm hoping to put something of better quality on here soon, but at least I got an itch page and everything sorted and set up now, so that's pretty cool.